Good morning, Dubai. This is the Lovin Dubai show with me, Casey.
And Lakshmi.
And we go through the big trending stories. Today we're talking about the updates to school hours during Ramadan.
So the KHDA, they have set shorter school days for Ramadan.
We're also talking about the UAE flag has been raised at the Winter Olympics.
Ajman's ruler, he ordered a full tuition refund after a student's tragic death.
And also, one of the Dubai's most expensive Valentine's deals just dropped. In case you've been living under a rock, Valentine's Day is happening on Saturday. And we're going to talk about what you think is the correct budget to spend on the person you love.
In today's rapid weather report, it's a foggy morning, mostly sunny throughout the day though, with temperatures ranging from 18 to 29.
But before we get into it, Lakshmi gave me a little bit of PTSD before the show because you were taking me back to the days of face masks.
Yes, the pandemic time. I was reading through this one article and people were sharing things that used to be like a norm back then when COVID was there. So it also gave me like a very nostalgic throwback. I don't know if I can say nostalgic, but I got this entire... So I did get COVID, but thankfully nothing much really like happened because I was here, I was in Dubai. So I was I was getting the checkups done, I was keeping a track of everything and all that, all those things. But also the trends that were going viral at that time, my God, I think even I fell for it. I started making dalgona coffee myself because I had so much time in my hand. I'm like, I can sit and whip coffee, it's fine, I've got the time.
And banana bread.
Yes, we had...
Everyone became like a Martha Stewart, like this amazing. Yeah. I didn't. We came to work.
I did get work. Of course, I think I was working from home for most part of it at that time.
This takes me right back because there was, if you're in Dubai at that time, comparing Dubai now to Dubai then was just a whole different ball game. And I remember we needed permission to go to the grocery store. Yeah. You needed permission to go and get cash out. So no one was on the streets. You needed police permission. However, this job that we have, telling the news, we had status for, what was the word? It was, we were given the flexibility because we had to do our jobs to tell people the news.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And so we had permission to go to the office. So we were on the streets during those like really dead city times. It was crazy.
It actually looked very apocalyptic, like, you know, the entire thing. And I also went back home around that time. And we had the same thing, but what we did was we had to write the reason for why we are stepping out. So every time we go out, there will be some kind of checking here and there. So we need to write in a paper that I'm going to buy groceries. I need to buy this.
Yeah.
And we need to show it to them. And if they are convinced, they're like, okay, cool, go, but be back soon and that kind of stuff. And
so you would you like have it on your person? Like, I'm going to buy groceries. So because I assume you avoid the contact of someone coming to talk to you. So did you just...
I know we still talked. I feel like, in India, you cannot everybody was still talking. They were very much out there, but there were restrictions. It's just that, when they stop us, we stand at a bit of a distance and then we give them this paper. You're like, here you go. This is where we are going.
Yeah. I remember going to the grocery store and it being so empty, and I would take my things and I would go home and I would sanitize everything that I'd bought, even though I was living alone. And I would still, like, anything that came to my house from foreign entity that wasn't my own. It needed to be sanitized religiously. And when I would go to visit my mom, who lived here at the time, she lived in an apartment, I would sit at the door and I'd like shout in because I was out, right? I was out in an environment and she thought I was so ridiculous. She's like, Casey, come inside. I was like, no, I won't come inside. I won't. And I would sit at the door. I was so strict.
Yes, but that was also like good. I think a lot of us now, they have like, we very religiously carry sanitizers even after that phase. I have a bunch of friends who keep like the sanitizer like right when you enter at the door, and the minute you step in, they start spraying everyone. They're like, okay, there, germs, go away.
No, so true. Like we have sanitizers at all of the desks here, all of the communal desks, and whenever I'm traveling, I was never conscious about germs before, never. And now, whenever I'm at an airport, whenever I'm at an airport, I don't know how to work that. Okay, whenever I'm at an airport or a busy train station, I would always
carry those sanitizers. We have become very health conscious now.
But I think it's even harder when you've got parents in school, when you've got kids in school, because they are treating the germs around. But what to do? But we've got the updates on school hours during Ramadan, which is just around the corner. So the KHDA has set shorter school days during the holy month of Ramadan. School days across Dubai will be shorter. The KHDA, the Knowledge and Human Development Authority, has announced that private schools must cap the school day at a maximum of 5 hours
throughout Ramadan. And one major update for families to note during the season is that fasting students should be excused from physical education classes during the season. And schools have also encouraged to offer alternative learning options and activities instead. So KHDA says that this move, it is aimed for health and safety reasons.
Which makes a lot of sense. If you're fasting, doing physical activity would be extremely tough. Schools have also been asked to consult parents when setting start and finish times. So they're actually saying to the private schools, it's up to you when you want to start and end your day, as long as it's capped at 5 hours, which supports flexibility and stronger school-family collaboration during the holy month.
And on Fridays, there's an earlier finish across the board. So all private schools must end the school day by 11:30 a.m. And they should allow students and staff enough time to attend the Friday prayers.
One of the interesting points here is that the KHDA is leaving it up to school to set the start and finish times. And they've said consult the parents. But I just think when you have, I don't know, between 800 and 3,000 kids in a school, you can't consult the parents. Because you could do a poll, but the answers would be so varied because everyone's timetables are so varied that I don't think you can consult the parents on this one.
It's a good move also. So one thing we've had, I've seen some of the schools around here work this way. So they've got like one particular parent who's like
speaks for
like a mediator between the parents and the teachers. So this parent is in the group with the parents as well and with the teachers. So they consult with all the parents. They come to a consensus and they speak on their behalf. So that process might work, I feel.
You're right. It's definitely more fair to check with the parents. I just think that when you say the parents, you're thinking about 6,000 people and everyone has different start and finish times. What would be good for me may not be good for my son's best friend. I don't know.
And I don't think parents are, like a good portion of parents, especially those who are working, might be that excited about early hours. Because I was just telling Casey, so we've got Majid here who comes in for the show and leaves around 11:30. So his show wraps up at 11:30. And Fridays, the thing is, the schools leave by 11:30. So soon after the show wraps up, he runs to pick up his child from school and then come back. So he's like, my workday just started and his school is all like, it's done, it's wrapped up, it's over. Like, I mean, it's fun for the kids. They get, I wish I could go back to school at this point of time, It's like, they have a holiday every other day and they've got shorter days. It's really cool.
It is a whole different ball game. But I kind of support it. I think, 4.5 day week for kids is amazing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do feel for the parents in this situation because, especially with both parents working, like in Majid, who's our colleague's situation, how on earth do you manage that? Like, what if the school he chose isn't near his workplace? How are parents kind of facilitating the travel? When you may not have grandparents here, which I think traditionally everyone would rely on the grandparents for that little extra time, the school pickup, whatever it might be. And so I just imagine that it must be a bit of a struggle for parents to manage. So more power to you.
Yes.
More power to the parents. Let's jump into our next story. I love this story. The UAE flag has been raised at the Winter Olympics, which is currently ongoing in Milan Cortina. So the UAE is being represented in alpine skiing. Shout out Alex Astridge, you can see beside me. He is making history as the nation's first ever male alpine skier to compete on the Olympic stage. And get this, so he was raised right here in Dubai and he learned to ski at Ski Dubai from the age of 3.
After years of elite training and support from Majid Al Futtaim Entertainment, those indoor slopes in the desert helped shape an Olympian. So from snow in the mall to snow on the world stage, kudos to him.
Kudos to him. This is a huge moment. The UAE is officially part of the Winter Olympics history. So I am disappointed to tell you I don't have the timings for when we can watch because I don't fully understand the Olympics website. I think the men's alpine skiing slalom run, which I think is the competition he's taking part of, is at 1 p.m. EU time. I'm not sure, on Monday, but I could be wrong in that. But really cool. So Alex met the criteria to participate in March 2025. He said, as we mentioned, he started skiing from the age of 3 here. And throughout that time, the UAE is doing small steps in terms of innovation. So little pockets have been fueling and helping him progress. So there was a race program and then Ski Dubai had a sponsorship program. So he's been part of these programs his entire life. And he said he's so honoured to be at the Milan Olympics and he raised the flag for the UAE there. I saw the ski kit, it looked really, really cool. I love skiing. Are you watching any of the Olympics?
No, but you know what I was thinking? It's so cool to think. So I've been to Ski Dubai a couple of times and I was thinking, I could have potentially, I was around an Olympian and I didn't realize it. It sounds so cool that, he started from Ski Dubai and now he's over there representing the country. It's a huge, huge deal.
It's a huge deal. Yeah. And I really hope we get to watch him. I believe the highlights are being shown on beIN Sports and Todd. But I have been looking for highlights. I don't have access to a TV streaming TV. I don't have access. I don't have TV, apart from Netflix and stuff. And so I was like, how can I watch? Because I love watching Olympics, right? And so Lindsay Vaughn, she's a famous American, so she was going back and I was hoping to watch her run. She had a really tragic crash in her first, she's 41, she was going back trying to go for gold. And right before the Olympics, she tore her ACL.
Oh.
Right before the Olympics.
Okay.
But because it didn't balloon, she was still able to compete. So she was competing in the Olympics this year as a 41-year-old, going back for another gold, an amazing skier, phenomenal athlete. She had a tore ACL and everyone was watching, the world was watching. And then within about 30 seconds of her first run, she crashes out.
Oh.
Yeah, it's horrific.
I feel really bad for them, but also appreciate the determination. I'm sure she obviously knew the minute it happened and then she still kept going. It's really impressive of her. And I hope she gets to, still compete. She figures it out and she still gets to compete. And now I think I have more reasons to watch Olympics as well.
It's so good. And you see sports, you have it, the curling or the bobsleigh and all.
Oh, yeah.
There's just so many unique sports that we just never get to see. And then all of a sudden, you never even think about this sport. So is it the curling where that block of concrete or ice is going along on another block of ice, and then you've got the 4 guys smoothing out the ice in front of it, so it hits the bullseye in the middle. I've got the terminology totally wrong. And so these guys, they've dedicated their life to this sport. And then, as you're so right, like the dedication to get to the Olympics, part of the Olympic team, representing your country is phenomenal. And then all of a sudden, they're on the world stage. It's every 4 years. It's everything. I have spoken to Olympians who have then not got the medal and then decided that their run for the Olympics had ended. And it's a really hard thing because all of a sudden you're not training 6 days a week and your diet can change and you're thinking, wow, okay, life is a complete change. But I love the highlights of the Olympics, if that wasn't clear.
Very much. And I think actually, last time I wasn't sure when, but I came across breakdancing in Olympics.
Oh yeah, that became very famous.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't know what all were being there, like what categories were going out in Olympics, but that one like got my attention. I was immediately like, okay, what are the categories? I really need to know, because if breakdancing was like cool, not like I know, but I'd love to watch a breakdancing Olympics happening.
It got attention because apparently one of the people were that talented, right? And
yeah.
Anyway, I'm not to judge because I'm sure that person was 10 times more talented at breakdancing than I will ever be. Let's jump in to our next story, which is getting a lot of attention.
So Ajman's ruler, he has ordered full tuition refund after a student's tragic death. So the ruler, he ordered a full tuition refund, and this moment seems to have touched many hearts for good reasons. His Highness Sheikh Humaid bin Rashid Al Nuaimi, the Supreme Council member and ruler of Ajman, he has directed that all university tuition fees paid by a young graduate be fully refunded to his family.
In a tragic loss, 22-year-old Ali Magdi Omran Mohsen was set to attend his graduation ceremony on Thursday, February 5th. But just days earlier, on Sunday, February 1, he tragically lost his life in a motorcycle accident in Sharjah. So years of studying, late nights and hard work had led to the milestone, the moment that he will sadly never get to experience.
During the graduation ceremony, Ali's father, he accepted the diploma on his behalf, a moment that filled everyone with both pride and heartbreak. And in a powerful gesture, His Highness, he directed that all the tuition and fees Ali had paid during his studies to be returned back to his family.
And while nothing can replace a life, the gesture sent a strong message that Ali's dedication, effort and journey mattered for the family. This isn't just financial support, it was recognition and it was respect.
And it's also a reminder that even in moments of deep tragedy, sometimes compassion can speak volumes. So Lovin Dubai, along with the community, are mourning this loss and praying that his soul rests in peace.
Our thoughts and prayers go to his family in this deeply tragic time. It's 8:48. Before we move on to our next story, I'd like to give a quick shout out for the Lovin podcast. So if you are watching the show, you can also listen on your way home on any podcast platform. Valentine's Day is just around the corner.
Yes, it's the month.
It's a month.
Love is in the air.
Yeah, love is in the air.
Yes.
Did you see the post that we shared yesterday? About the couple who got engaged at an event.
Yes, at the concert, yeah. It was a concert, right?
Yeah, there was a concert on at the weekend, and this guy managed to get himself up on stage, called up his lady friend, got down on one knee, and proposed.
Very cute. But also, public proposals, I have like, I'm like, my God, I keep praying. I'm like, please say yes, please say yes. At this point, I get second-hand anxiety on behalf of the person who's proposing. I'm like, please just say yes.
No one says no during a public proposal.
Oh, I've seen awkward videos where they have done that, which is why I get the anxiety. I'm like,
oh my God, send them to me.
Yeah, they like, it's not even no, it's like those memes where they just run away, and I'm like, my God.
No, that would be so rare.
It's very sad. But this one was really, really cute. I did see the video and I was cheering for them. I was like, yay.
It's super lovely. Yes. And yes, that was a proposal at a concert in Dubai this weekend. But our story that we want to bring to you is one of Dubai's most expensive Valentine's deals has just dropped. So if you're looking for something Out of this world, JA The Resort is offering a once-in-a-lifetime Valentine's experience. It's only available for one couple, so you need to
Yeah.
book that in.
So, taking place on February 14th and 15th, the 140,000 dirham escape includes a Rolls-Royce transfers, a private yacht cruise with Dom Perignon, and an overnight stay at JA Palm Tree Court or JA Lake View Hotel with all the romantic touches here and there.
The evening features a private dining experience. So if you want to book this, you can choose. You can either have a private beachfront cabana with a personal chef, or you can have a special Valentine's menu at Kanara by Chef Vikas Khanna, who is a world-renowned chef. People travel from all over Dubai to go to that restaurant. So both of those options are fabulous. And then as well, during the meal, your love will be treated with a 1 carat diamond solitaire ring from Liali Jewelry.
And then day 2 wraps up with a luxury breakfast, a 210-minute bespoke spa journey at Calm Spa, and a chauffeured Rolls-Royce ride back home.
That's 140,000 dirham for what a fabulous event that could be. Yes. Okay, I think Valentine's Day, we've put up a poll because I'd like to know what people really think on this.
On the spendings, right?
Yeah, let's put this aside because this is very extra for very extra people who have a lot of money. But I put it to you guys watching the show, I put it to Kirby and Usual, the perfect Valentine's Day budget, and I'm going to give you 3 options. The perfect Valentine's Day budget is nothing, it's the effort that counts. 2, do a treat, but don't go too crazy. Or 3, the limit does not exist. The limit does not exist?
It's safe for them to say limit does not exist.
It comes once a year. It comes once a year as well. Not once in a life. Well, we're talking about Valentine's Day, so okay, we have a romantic in the studio who says the limit does not exist. I love that. I love that for any lucky lady in your life, Ujjwal. What about you, Kirby?
Kirby's saying no, he's saying no.
Kirby, the second one, you're married with kids. Will you be doing anything special on Saturday?
He's discussing with Ujjwal.
Very nice. What do you think?
I don't think I'd be doing anything in particular, but always gifting is a really good gesture. Like, even if it's like a small thing. No, for me, always it's like, okay, even if you go down to the supermarket and get like a Cadbury or anything, it's the thought that counts. Like, it's ultimately, okay, you did think of me. Good. Nice move.
Good.
Yes.
That is the right move.
I appreciate that. So the thought does count. And I think we've got separate days, right? We've got Rose Day, Hug Day, and...
No.
Yeah, we've got throughout the week, each day is for like one particular thing. So on Rose Day, if you're a friend, I think I'd give you a yellow rose. And if you're like, I don't know, if you're someone I have a crush on, there's a particular color of rose that I give to you. So for each relationship, and that's also one cute thing. So Valentine's, I don't think it's like limited just to couples. There's all these galentines going on, everything. It's a time where you profess your love for every kind of relationship. So yeah, but I haven't particularly celebrated Valentine's Day. But I would, it is very appreciated that a small chocolate also, makes it to the table. So I'm like, okay.
I agree. I think it's the small effort that counts. Now, I would take a big effort, but I think it's a small effort that counts.
You're married. You need to, I need to understand your Valentine's Day plan. How are you going about with it?
Our time is running out, but I think thoughtful and making time for each other on that day is really important, right? Because it's a day to celebrate love. Love is the most important thing, and so make the effort on that day, and whatever that effort means to you. But also, I think that if you're not in a relationship, Like, I remember over the years, my mum would send me like cards and things over the years because I think she felt sorry for me. But I appreciate it because I think, though, it's about the love in your life. And so whether it's your bestie, your bae, or your mom or your dad, it's nice to celebrate that and to let people know that you love them. Speaking of love, that is the end of the Lovin Dubai show on this foggy Tuesday morning. But you can always catch the show on all of our podcast platforms if you missed the full show. Thanks to you, Lakshmi, for joining me.
Thank you.
And we're going to end the show now. So we'll see you back here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.